Good morning, guys. Mark here with Red Star Loft, catching up with you on this pretty dreadful morning. It's been raining all night. No flying today, that's for sure. Let's pop in here real quick. Alright. You guys are hungry, aren't you? They've had a little bit of diarrhea, the adults. So I have spent a good amount of time cleaning up yesterday. Seems like it's getting a little better. It was real liquidy yesterday, but they got some vinegar in the water today, and I'll give them plenty of food. It's got brewer's yeast, as well as that multivitamin oil, and there's the young guys. I just moved them down here yesterday, and as you can see, put a ton of sprayed it down with Vercon, put a new nest bowl in there, and a ton of kitty litter to absorb everything. Just want to make sure. This loft here does get moist in the summertime, so yeah, just have to make sure they're good and clean. But let's see. There they are. A little bit longer and they'll be going into the other loft. But for now, they can enjoy their privacy. But I thought it'd be kind of interesting to make a video, since this week, I don't remember the exact day, but it was the last week of August, according to my pictures. So this week is 1 full year since I've had pigeons. So just kind of wanted to share a few things with you in this 1 year, and I actually had to clean all this up yesterday. The molt is heavy right now. You guys are getting fed when I come on my lunch break, and I'm sorry about my voice if it sounds weird or weirder than usual. I'm kind of losing it a little bit. This weekend was real busy. We were christening our son, and yeah, partying a little too hard. But anyway, you guys didn't even finish this from yesterday, but this will be empty by 6 o'clock when I get home. Anyway, like I said, it's been a full year, so I just kind of wanted to do a 1 year of pigeon ownership update type thing, and just share a couple of stories with you guys. So this guy right here is one of my original birds. Before I even had my loft, I had him. That's running away, that cockbird. I had, where's she at? Where's my hen at? Yep, going through a big molt right there, but that hen, and one of the hens that's on the other side. And those are, oh, and him, where's he at? Him right there. So him, these 4 birds were a gift from a friend up in Milwaukee, or if I'm really honest, my father-in-law's friend. Those were the first birds that I've got. I had more of them, but you know, back then I was just kind of letting them out when I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and they were getting lost. But those are 4 of the original birds. This black cockbird is the first bird that was hatched in my loft. He's a special bird to me. I'm breeding him right now. See, they don't want to eat while I'm standing here. They're waiting for their minerals, which they're getting later. Anyway, he's the first one that hatched in my loft, so he's kind of a special bird to me. And pretty much those are the birds that I got as a gift, like I said. And then I got this saddle, as well as this saddle, as well as this white hen right here. And who else? Yeah, those are the second round of birds that I got. And I got those at a pigeon flea market. I think they were $5 a pop. That's why I say in my loft you'll find everything from birds I got from a friend 2 birds I picked up at a flea market, 2 birds from Mike Gannis's loft. So, you know, a little bit of everything, that's for sure. And so far, at 40 miles, they're all flying together. So, either way. After those guys, after the ones that I got from the flea market, I have my blue bars. This hen right here. This cock bird right there. And another pair, I can't recognize them, but I got 2 pairs of blue bars and my yellow hen right here from a Polish friend of mine right near Chicago by O'Hare. He gave me those birds, and they were actually good birds. They were actual flyers. They were really, you know, at the very least decent birds. So I got those from him, and after those I got my 6 birds from Jim Ward. That's nest box right there, that nest box right there, and the one that we were just at out in the back in my original old loft. So yeah, over the year, you know, I haven't really just been taking birds left and right. I kind of realized I don't want to do that. I, you know, don't want to be buying birds at pigeon swaps and flea markets anymore, mainly due to diseases. But, you know, I am satisfied with how these guys are doing, considering that they're all flying together. They're all flying well. You know, they haven't been to any great distances yet, but at this stage, you know, 1 year in, I feel like I've actually done very well, because when this loft was built that we're standing in right now, all I had was 2, 4, 6, about 14, 16 birds maybe, at the very most 20 birds, and that was 6-7 months ago, and now we're closer to 100. So, oh yeah, and this guy right here, the cock bird right there, and the hen right here, went to a pigeon show here in town. And the white hen that's laying right there, those 3 birds, went to a pigeon show that was here in town, a couple miles from my house, and talked to a bunch of show pigeon guys. Again, when I was very, very, very new to the game, talked to them, and they were telling me, "Oh, don't raise pigeons. That's too much work. You should just have show pigeons. That takes no effort at all. Racing pigeons, too much work, too much money, too much time." And they gave me, one of the guys gave me 3 birds just to have, but I knew that I wanted racing pigeons. I just, you know, they were real pretty birds, and it was nice of them to give them to me, so I took them. So that's basically the origin of where all my birds came from, about 4 different places. But I have to say that, let's go over to this side so these guys can eat. I'm really happy with how the last year's played out, considering that I've only had 1 bird die on me, 1 adult, and that was one of the birds that I brought in from a pigeon swap. It was a blue and white cockbird. He was in here for about a month or so, and we were in my old loft over there before this was ever built. And one day I came in, and he was just laying dead on the floor by the door. So I automatically went to my father-in-law. I got 4-in-1. This was before I had any sort of medication. I got 4-in-1. I medicated all the birds. So that was the one and only bird ever that died on me. Any bird that has ever hatched has grown up and flown. I've never had any young that have hatched and that have died, except for one, which was this past winter in January when we had below 10-15 degrees. One of them, actually it was my blue and white. The one that I showed you was one of the first birds. One of his young froze to death, but that was, due to the circumstances. It wasn't due to any health issues or anything like that. So one bird did freeze to death, but I'm happy to say, and I'm proud to say that all my birds that hatch do survive. I never have any I've never noticed any sicknesses. They've all been in really good health. I do my best to keep the loft, as clean as I possibly can. These guys are just not hungry. That's weird. Usually they're storming that feeder in the morning. But I did give them a good feed yesterday. Either way. I'm proud of their health, of their flying abilities, and just overall, I give them I give them 5-1 now. I give them that every 4 to 5 months or so, 3 to 4 times a year. I give them 5-1 just to kind of, for maintenance reasons. I give them their minerals, they get their vitamins, they get garlic juice, they get vinegar, especially now in the molting season, they get plenty of garlic juice and vinegar. So basically, yeah, not even sure where else to go. I'm going to join a club in the next couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for Jim to let me know when he'll be going out there, so that I can, you know, come next year, that I can start flying these birds. We did have a little bit of a break over the last 7 or so days. Like I said, yesterday or Saturday, we had my son's christening, so, you know, we threw a big party for friends and family at a local hall, and the whole prior week almost was basically, you know, we just had to dedicate all our time and effort to that, to getting that ready. And then, you know, Saturday was a fun but rough night. Yesterday was spent mostly recovering, so birds did fly. Maybe they went on two loft flights last week, and there was one kind of impromptu toss that we took them to out to 40 miles. They all made it back within an hour and 10 minutes. Most of them came back before an hour, but the last group of 4 or 5 came back after an hour and 10 minutes. So only lost, let me see, I'm trying to think, over the past year since I started tossing these birds, I've only lost 2 birds on tosses. I've lost plenty more loft flying, because I do need, and I saw, you know, something that Adrian P has, that settling cage. I'm definitely gonna have to steal that idea for next year, because I've lost 8 or 9 birds at least while trying to settle them. But so far at 40 miles, I've only lost 2 birds, and since mile 15 or 20, I haven't lost a single one. So a settling cage is definitely going to be in a build for next year, and we'll kind of take it from there. Start racing. I'm not going to be expecting any, you know, great results next year. I just want to get them in there and, you know, get them flying and just see how they do. Just see how they do. However they do, I'll be more than happy. Like I said, these guys have been great to me, so they're gonna stay in today. It's been raining non-stop for a little while. A lot of colors. I know a lot of flyers like to stick to a blue bar and kind of your more standard colors, but I don't know. I love me some colors. Kind of breaks up the monotony. Still plenty of blue bars and whatnot, but I try to keep it colorful. But come next breeding season, it's all going to be based on what I know about the birds and what I know about the good breeding pairs that I acquired over the past 6 months or so. So this year is kind of like, you know, my little fun experiment year, just to see which bird does how well. So yeah, we're gonna continue with loft flying this week, and next weekend me, wife, and the kid will be in Chicago all weekend. But I will still try to take him for a toss on Friday, out another 40 miles Friday, and until then I'll try to have at least 2 or 3 loft flies. And yeah, we'll see. Maybe my dad will take him for a toss. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to give you guys, like I said, since it's been a year that I've had pigeons, you know, I'm still by no means any sort of an expert. I never claim to be. Anything I say is based on my experience, as well as, you know, just the things that I've read and seen. What I say don't take as 100% fact. It's just how I feel and how I see things. So, you know, I don't want anybody to, you know, to think that I'm some sort of an expert on these birds. I'm only a year in. Still got a long road ahead of me. Plenty of learning to do, but, you know, I do want to thank you guys for watching, for helping me out when I need help, just for, you know, being a supportive community overall. And I will catch up with you guys. Look at him molting. Top of his head's bald. And I will catch up with you guys this week. Just wanted to say thank you again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. and have a good day.